Pharmacy Act 1948. Content of the chapter are its objectives, definitions, Pharmacy Council of India, its constitution and functions, education regulations, state and joint pharmacy councils, registration of pharmacists, offences and penalties under Pharmacy Act 1948. Introduction of the Act. The recommendations for this Act are done by Drug Inquiry Committee, Health Survey and Development Committee, and this Act came into force in 4th March 1948. Objective of this Act is to regulate the profession and pharmacy practice and to raise the status of pharmacy in India. Constitution of Pharmacy Council of India, that is also known as Central Council, is responsible for evolving educational standards and regulations for course in pharmacy through education regulations. Constitution of State Pharmacy Council of India for registration of pharmacists and for regulating their professional activities. Definitions under Pharmacy Council of India. Central Council, which is also known as the Pharmacy Council of India. Then the Central Register, the Register of Pharmacists maintained by the Central Council. Register pharmacist, a person whose name for time being entered in the register of pharmacists of the state in which he is for the time being residing or carrying on his profession or a business of pharmacy. University Grant Commission UGC, it means the University Grant Commission established under the Section 4 of the University Grant Commission Act 1956. Indian University means a university within the meaning of Section 3 of the UGC Act 1956 and includes such other institutions established by or under a central act as the central government may by notification in official gazette specify in this behalf. Repatriate any person of Indian origin who, on account of civil disturbance in area now forming part of Burma, Sri Lanka, or Uganda, or any other country, has after the 14th day of April 1957 left or has been displaced from his place of residence in such area and who has since then been residing in India. Displaced person, a person who on account of setting up of the dominance of India and Pakistan or on account of the civil disturbance or the fear of such disturbance in area now forming part of Pakistan has on or after the first day of March 1947 left or been displaced from his place of residence in such area and who has since then been residing in India. or any person who, on account of a civil disturbance or fear of such disturbance in any area now forming a part of Bangladesh, has, after 14th day of April 1957, but before the 25th day of March 1971, left or has been displaced from his place of residence in such area, and who has since then been residing in India. Medical practitioner. So, a person holding qualifications granted by an authority specified or notified under Section 3 of Indian Medical Degrees Act 1916 or specified in the schedules to the Medical Council of Act 1956. A person registered or eligible for registration in a medical register of the state meant for the registration of a person practicing modern scientific system of medicine, or a person registered in a medical register of the state who, although not falling within subclause A or B, is declared by a journal or special order made by state government in this behalf as a person practicing the modern scientific system of medicine for the purpose of this act. A person who is engaged in practice of veterinary medicine and who possesses qualifications approved by state government. So, next point is about the Pharmacy Council of India. So, it was constituted under Section 3 of Chapter 1 by central government. The first Pharmacy Council of India, constituted by central government, was in 1949. It is reconstituted every 5 years. It consists of three different types of members. They are elected members, the nominated members, and the ex officio members. So the elected members are six members who are teacher elected by the University Grant Commission. There is at least one teacher of each subject, that is of pharmacy, pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmacognosy, and pharmacology. One member elected by Medical Council of India. One member from each state elected by State Council who shall be a registered pharmacist. Nominated members. So there are six nominated members who are nominated by central government, of whom at least four shall be possessing a degree or diploma in pharmacy or practicing pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry. A representative of UGC, a representative of All India Council of Technical Education, one member from each state nominated by state government who shall be a registered pharmacist. Next is about the ex officio members of Pharmacy Council of India. So there is Director General of Health Services, Drug Controller of India, and Director of Central Drug Laboratory. Then the functions of Pharmacy Council of India. To prescribe minimum standards of education required for qualification as a pharmacist. to regulate the minimum educational standards, to recognize qualifications granted outside the territories to which Pharmacy Act 1948 extends for the purpose of qualifying for registration under the said Act, to compile and maintain a central register, all other functions that may be assigned for implementation of the Act. So these are the functions of Pharmacy Council of India. Next is the Executive Committee. It consists of a president and a vice president, few other members elected by the Central Council from its members. Apart from this, the council also appoints a registrar or a secretary, other officers and the servants for carrying out its statutory functions. Then the president and the vice president of Central Council. So they are elected by the members of the council among themselves. The president or the vice president shall hold office as such for a term not exceeding 5 years and not ex- extending beyond the expiry of his terms as a member of the Central Council. He shall be eligible for re-election. Then the mode of elections are the election under this chapter shall be conducted in a prescribed manner, and where any dispute arises regarding any such election, it shall be referred to the central government, whose decision shall be final. Then the term of offices and the casual vacancies for the same. So, the subject to the provision of this section, a nominated or a elected member shall hold office for a term of 5 years from the date of his nomination or election or until his successor has been duly nominated or elected, whichever is longer. A nominated or elected member may at any time resign his membership by writing under his hand addressed to the president, and the seat of such member becomes vacant. A nominated or elected member shall be deemed to have vacated his seat if he is absent without excuse from 3 consecutive meetings of the Central Council. A casual vacancy in the Central Council shall be filled by the fresh nominations for or election, and the person nominated or elected to fill the vacancy shall hold office only for the remainder of the term. Members of the Central Council shall be eligible for renomination or re-election. Staff remuneration and allowances. So the Central Council shall appoint a registrar who shall act as a secretary to that council and who may also act as a treasurer. Central Council shall appoint such other officers and servants as that council deems necessary to enable it to carry out its function under this act with the previous sanction of the central government shall fix the remuneration and allowances to be paid to the president, vice president and other members of that council, the pay and the allowances and other conditions of services of officers and servants of that council. Education regulations. So the subject to provision of section 10 of the Pharmacy Act 1948. Central Council, after approval of central government, may make regulations prescribing the minimum standards of education required for qualification as a pharmacist is called as the education regulation. So, the education regulation prescribes a minimum qualification for admission to the course, nature and the period of course of study, nature and the period of practical training to be undertaken after completion of the course, subject of examination and their standards, the equipments and the facilities to be provided by the institutions to the students, conditions to be fulfilled by institutions giving practical training, conditions to be fulfilled by the authorities holding approved examinations. Next is about the State Pharmacy Council. So it consists of elected members who are 6 members and who are elected by registered pharmacist of the state, 1 member elected by the members of Medical Council of India. Then the nominated members are 5 members nominated by the state government from the person who hold degree or diploma in pharmacy. Ex officio members are Chief Administrative Medical Officer of the state, Officer in charge of Drug Control Organization of the state, and a government analyst. Then next is about the Joint State Pharmacy Council. So here 2 or more states enter into an agreement to form a joint state pharmacy council. So the elected members for the same are registered pharmacists 3 to 4, 5 from each state, medical council 1 from each participating state, then the nominated members 2 to 4 members nominated by each state government from a person who hold degree or diploma in pharmacy, then the ex officio members, chief administrative medical officer of each participating state, officer in charge of drug control organization of each participating state, and government analyst of each participating state. So this is about the state and the joint pharmacy council. Then the election and the term of office. The president and the vice president are elected by the members from among themselves in the period of 5 years. Casual vacancy is filled by the nomination or election. Members are eligible for re-election and possesses an executive committee similar to the central council. Inspection. The state council may appoint inspectors having the qualification as per the act. The power of inspectors are to inspect any premises where drugs are compounded and dispensed, inquiry whether the person engaged in dispensing is a registered pharmacist or not, institute prosecutions under the order of the executive committee of the state council, other essential powers. The registration of pharmacists. So, for this, the preparation and the maintenance of register is done. The register shall include the following particulars, namely the full name and the residential address of the registered pharmacist or the registered person, the date of his admission to the register, his qualification for registration, his professional address, and if he is employed by any person, the name of such person, such further particulars as may be prescribed. Qualifications for the entry on the first register. So, a person who has attained the age of 18 years shall be entitled on the payment of the prescribed fee to have his name entered in the first register if he resides or carries on business or profession of pharmacy in the state. He must hold a degree or diploma in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry or a chemist and the druggist diploma or of an Indian university or a state government or a prescribed qualification granted by an authority outside India, or holds a degree of an Indian university other than a degree in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry and has been engaged in compounding of drugs in a hospital or dispensary or other place in which drugs are regularly dispensed or on prescription of medical practitioners for a total period of not less than 3 years. Or who has passed an examination recognized as adequate by the state government for commoners or dispenser, or has been engaged in compounding of drugs in a hospital or dispensary or other place in which drugs are regularly dispensed or on prescription of medical practitioner for a total period of not less than 5 years prior to the date notified under subsection 2 of section 30. Special provisions for registration of certain persons. Notwithstanding anything contained in section 32, a state council may also permit to be entered on a register the name of displaced person who have been carrying on business or profession of pharmacy as their principal means of livelihood from a date prior to the 4th March 1948 and who satisfy the conditions for registration as set out in section 31. The name of citizens of India who have been carrying on the business or the profession of pharmacy in any country outside India and who satisfy the conditions for registration as set out in section 31. The name of person who resides in an area which has subsequently become a territory of India and who satisfy the conditions for registration as set out in section 31. Then the qualifications required for the entry in the first register for the special cases. He or she should hold a diploma in pharmacy or pharmaceutical chemistry. He or she hold a degree in an Indian university other than pharmacy and has been engaged in compounding of drugs in hospital or dispensary for a total period not less than 3 years and has passed an examination recognized as adequate by the state government for commoners or dispenser. Entry and the removal of the name from the first register. So for the entry, all applicants for registration should be addressed to the Registrar of State Pharmacy Council. Then, if the applicant has the request qualification for registration, he shall direct his or her name to be entered in the register. Upon entry, a certificate of registration is issued. Removal of the name if the registration is done by error, if he has been convicted of any offense in any professional aspect, then 30 days period is there for appealing or surrender of certificate of registration and publication in the official gazette. Then the printing of register. So it is done on the first day of April subsequent to the commencement of the Pharmacy Amendment Act 1959 under 24 of 1959. Thereafter, each year after the 1st of April, register will arrange for reprinting showing supplements to the registers. These supplements and the registers are deemed to be proof that the person whose name are contained therein are registered pharmacists. Then the renewal fees. The state government by notification in official gazette direct that for the retention of the name in the register. In order to retain the name in the register, renewal fee shall be paid to the state government as may be prescribed. Where a renewal fee is not paid by the due date, the registrar shall remove the name of the defaulter from the register. On payment of the renewal fee, the registrar shall issue a receipt and such receipt shall be the proof of renewal of registration. Offences and penalties related to this act. If falsely claims to be a registered pharmacist, then the penalty for the same is first conviction is fine up to 500 rupees and on subsequent conviction fine up to 1000 rupees and imprisonment up to 6 months. If the dispensing is done by the unregistered person, then the 6 months of imprisonment and the fine up to 1000 rupees or both. Failure to surrender the certificate of registration in case of any conviction, then fine up to 50 rupees. Obstruction of state pharmacy council inspectors, then the imprisonment up to 6 months or a fine up to 1000 rupees or both. Thank you.